My name's Tim. It's good to speak to you. Do you know, I was one of those guys when I was younger that I didn't have any experience of faith or church or anything. I grew up in the northwest of England and my parents divorced when I was 9 years old. I remember watching my mum try and commit suicide when I was 9. Anyway, if I look back at my childhood, it was often with memories of boredom, and I knew I wanted to get out and change my experience of life. And I decided to join the military, and I joined the Royal Marine Commandos, and I survived and got through basic training, and I went to 4-5 Commando in Scotland, which is the Mountain and Arctic Warfare Division for the British Forces. And I went and served and trained in Norway in the Arctic Circle, about 150 miles behind the Arctic Circle, and eventually became a Mountain Arctic ski instructor and coach, and taught guys how to survive and train in the Arctic. And I eventually did my time in the Marines and came out, and something was missing. And I remember I got into skiing, did some ski seasons, and I was doing magic tricks as a hobby. Now, I wonder what you think in your life is really precious to you. See, I still have my beret, and the beret, even though it only costs £10 or something, you can't buy this and wear it unless you earn it, really. You can buy it and put it on, but to do it with integrity, you have to earn it. And that's why, to me, it's precious. There's no price you can put on it. But what I realized is that there are some things in life that are really priceless and precious. And I was chasing it all my life, trying to find something I could fill this hole inside of me, which would kind of give me meaning, security, and significance. So I was doing magic tricks as a hobby and ended up being a professional magician. I got in the end to working for McLaren F1, and then I worked for the Paddock Club with Bernie Ecclestone's sort of set up there. And then I worked for Warner Brothers and United Artists as a magician at movie premieres. I was many years at Arsenal Football Club. I ended up working for the FA and the England squad. And the jobs came rolling in, but there was something missing. And every time I met a celebrity or people with money, they never truly seemed happy, especially in show business. It was like if they had the fame, they spent all the time trying to keep it. So I realized I was chasing something that, because I thought that being successful and famous would make me happy. So one day I just got challenged about trying something different, and I knocked on a church door and I said, have you got any courses on God? Have you got like a beginner course, which they do in the military? And I went on this course called Alpha. And on this course, they talked a lot about Jesus. And up until that point, I didn't go to church. I didn't know much about the church or who he was. But as I started exploring who he was, I realized that I needed to have forgiveness, because I'd hurt others. I'd hurt myself. And I'd hurt my relationship with God. I had done things which were wrong. So I had to fess up in a way, confess and say sorry. And then I realized that you can have a friendship with Jesus, that he is like 24/7. He's got your back. In the Marines, we have like a buddy system. And he's like your 24/7 buddy. He's there. Because not only is he God, he's a friend. And he's got your back. And he gives me direction. And he helps me when I need direction and advice. And also, he gives me a hope for the future. You see, before that, I never knew where I was going. I was like a little bit lost. I remember once in the Marines, we got lost in the snow. And the one thing in the whiteout in the Arctic that kept us going was the compass. I needed direction, and the compass, despite the whiteout and the cold, got us to where we wanted to go. And what I realized is that Jesus gives me direction in my life. So I had forgiveness from the past for things I regretted doing and being, a friendship with God, and hope for the future. So my beret means something to me now. But the most precious thing I have in my life is my relationship with Jesus. He's changed everything for me. And if he can do it for me, you know, I really believe he can do it for you. And all you have to do is say, Lord Jesus, would you introduce yourself to me? I'm really sorry if I've messed up, but would you forgive me and introduce yourself to me? And I promise you one thing, your life will never be the same.